the view out of my kitchen window, which really does need a wash right now, but it's not something that I'm going to do today because it's cold and wet and windy and rainy outside. Actually cold, it's about 19 degrees, so figuratively speaking, relatively speaking, it's actually not that cold, but for me it is. I'm all rugged up in my woolly jumper and I've got my Ugg boots on. Yeah, there we are, Uggies. It's always nice to be warm, and kudos to those who do go swimming up here in sunny Queensland every day of the year, because there are some people that are just do it. I said do. Today I'm going to make a Bitsa soup, and the reason I called it a Bitsa soup is because it's a bit of everything that I've got left in the fridge, like the Inspired by Nari slice that you just put in whatever falls out of the cupboard. I'm putting into this Bitsa soup whatever falls out of the fridge. So it's getting towards the end of the shopping week, and there's not huge amounts left, and what is left looks like it needs to be used. So here's what I'm trying. I've got some celery and cauliflower, an onion, bit of garlic, broccoli and some shallots. What else I'm using is the this bone broth. This is by Nourishing Whole Foods. I haven't used this before. I get this from Coochie Foodies, and you can see it's like a sort of jello type thing. So I'll be interested to see how well that bone broth goes in the soup, because it's a veggie soup made with bone broth. But what I wanted to show you here was it's made with grass-fed beef bones. Local small farmers have provided it, which is something that's important to me. Filtered water, organic carrot, celery, onion, peppercorn, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, love and respect. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's actually made locally. You can see that Coolum Beach in Queensland, which is awesome. The other thing I'm adding is the Barbell organic beef liver. Now this, I usually put a bit of about half a teaspoon in. This is freeze-dried liver powder, and it is amazing for you. A Barbell, top company, I cannot spruik them enough. Brilliant South African boys who work out of Canberra to bring you the best of the best of the best. And this is ingredients: certified organic grass-fed Australian beef liver, freeze-dried. You can't get much more closer to the truth than that, can you? Now this I've had for a little while. It looks like it's been around the block. I got this, the Celtic sea salt, from Food for Families project, and I put this, I need to go back, I usually get it at Mount Gravatt markets. It's supposed to be a bit damp, it's not supposed to be dry, which is fine. And this says the Celtic sea salt is a unique balance of 84 essential minerals and trace elements. Its composition is closest to our own internal ocean, which is saline and made up out of water and minerals. So the thing to remember with the salt is we've traditionally been told that salt's bad for us, so having a lot of salt is not good. But the thing that the salt that is bad for us is the salt that's been stripped of all of its nutrients, and that's the salt that we shouldn't be having a lot of. But the Celtic sea salt, the Himalayan salt, the pink salt, those salts are okay. Just stay away from the iodized, I think it's called iodized. I don't think I even have any more here. I think I threw it all out in disgust when I found out what it actually is. Oh, hang on, there we are. There's a little one, table salt. This stuff, stay away from that. It's not good for you. Okay, well, on with the cooking. And now we put the food scraps into the compost bin. off they go, back to where they came. I'm using Sovereign Foods macadamia oil, cold pressed macadamia oil from Coochie Foodies. Again, love the Coochie Foodies, the local food co-op that we have on the island. That we get delivered fresh organic fruits and vegetables and other sorts of yummy stuff fortnightly, and Sovereign Foods is one of their suppliers. So the reason I put this in and fry it off first when I make soup is it gives it a little bit that fattier taste, which is really nice. It's like it's not quite like a, it's like got a really nice. So let's just pop that in first and fry that off. Then I'll put the others in as well. So I won't put any water in until I've got all of the ingredients in and starting to soften a little bit with the by cooking it in the oil. Then I'll be adding some water. More stuff for the compost. I have a Zazen water filter, which is a 10-stage water filter. I've got a cloth over the top of it so that the water doesn't grow algae. That it's not algae. It's not bad for you, but it's probably it just doesn't look nice to look at. So now I'm just popping in a couple of tubs of water, jugs of water. That should be enough. This water is alkaline mineral water. You can see the mineral stones down there. It's got this water filter stages here and a ceramic filter at the top there. You can see that in there. So as that boils, I'm going to put the bone broth in. This is a bit hit and miss. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm supposed to use, but I want to show you something. See here, see how I can take the lid off the jar? I could not do that before because my thumb here was all swollen, and I suffered really badly from inflammation, and it was very, very painful. So I could barely take the lid off a jar. So I cannot tell you how pleased I am to be able to have the use of my thumb back again. So I don't know how much is too much for this stuff, but I'll put about a third of the jar in. Looks a bit interesting, but we'll stir that in. I do have bone broth that I eat, have in as a soup, not a soup, as a morning beverage, as a drink, which I really, really enjoy. Let's just have a little slip of that. Okay, needs to be a bit saltier. Now I'm going to put some liver in, beef liver, some barbell organic beef liver. A spoonful of that in. I've actually got some bone broth here, which I can, some other bone broth, which is this one here, which I got from Flannery's. It's it's from Neutral Organics, so I might put some of that in because I like my soups really tasty. I don't like them bland, so I'm just going to bung a teaspoon or so of that in as well. And this bone broth is a bit more, so it's a bit saltier. This one tastes a little bit bland, but I'm sure it's good for you. So let's give that a stir. Another taste test. Needs more salt. It's yummy though. And now I've got the, if I can remember where I put it, the Celtic sea salt. I'm just going to put a bit of that in. I'll probably put some Himalayan salt in as well. Need to go back to Mount Gravatt markets and get some more from the Food for Families project. Great little stall that Peter has there. There we go. Let that cook down a little bit. See what we've got after. Okay, I've seasoned it a fair bit, and just for good measure I'm going to pop some Vogel Herbamere in, which is sea salt or infused with organic herbs and vegetables. Now this is something that my mum and my grandma used to use all the time, and it's a great seasoning. And what I love about this sort of stuff is that there's no added sugar. You'll find that in most other vegetable like Vegeta, for example, not vegetable broth, vegetable stocks, they're full of sugar. So I reckon I might even have one in my cupboard. Just hang on a tick. Okay, so here we are. This is Vegeta. I used to use this all the time. I loved it. And then I got taught to read the ingredients. So we've got dehydrated vegetables, we have flavour enhancers, monosodium glutamate, sugar, which is like the third ingredient, spices, maize starch, which is another form of sugar, colour, and the things that, so dehydrated vegetables 15%. And the rest of it is rubbish pretty much. Harrison in Herbamere, sea salt, vegetables, leek, cress, onion, chives, parsley, love edge, garlic, basil, marjoram, rosemary, thyme, and kelp, certified organic. And while I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm going to have my, what we call in Wild Fits, an alkagizer. So this is my giant vitamin pill I have every day. And this is, this one's got in it avocado, celery, cucumber, spinach. And I've also added some mint and a bit of lemon juice and some ginger and turmeric as well. And of course the Celtic salt and the beef liver. So it is yummy and good for you. And now we're going to mix it up. This is getting serious. I'm going to top that with some garlic chives that I grow out the front of my boat. I've got this little greenhouse area. I've got mint, parsley, attempting to grow some coriander, have some basil here, and some microgreens. And now I think I might just top it with some here we are, fresh garlic chive. Very sharp. Alright, taste test here. My Bitsa Soup. Bits of everything. And if you like it a little bit spicy, pop some chili in it, chili flakes or paprika or what's that sauce? The hot. The hot. Oh, names escape me. What is it called? Just looking for it here. Sprinkle with a few garlic chives. And here's the taste test. My Bitsa Soup. Because I have to say it's okay. It really is kind of cool. If you wanted to put something a bit meatier in it, you could use a bit of bacon. Fry up some bacon when you fry the onion before you put the veggies in. What I like about this, and the cooking it in the oil gives it that full-bodied sort of flavour that you don't normally get if you don't use it you don't fry off the vegetables in oil first. But use olive oil or macadamia oil or even avocado oil would be alright for that. It's yummy and good for you.